Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So here in today's Monday, May 8th, and I'm bringing you another Boom Beach video on my low level account. This is my HQ level 16 account with a radar at level 16 and a gunboat at level 17. Now today is Monday on this account. It's actually Sunday 4:31 here on my time when I'm recording this. So the day before, remember, this is my low level account. It was created in the New Zealand time zone, so it gets all the events 13 hours earlier. That being said, today, therefore, it's Monday, so we have Hammerman fleet attacking the island, and I want to defend against them. I have a prototype, I have another laser. I forgot, I wanted to build something else, and I automatically built a laser. This is a laser level 1. It requires 3 rods and three field capacitors to build. So let's go ahead and deploy that, put it somewhere, it doesn't really matter where. Let me just save this layout and then load, save right here, and then load my left align circle base. There we go. May need to clear some trees, but that's okay. So this is my left align circle base. It works. I mean, I don't know if you saw last week's video. I was able to defeat stages 1 through 3 using this layout and one prototype. My defenses for the past week, I have focused on upgrading defenses, not because I think it's necessary, but because it gave me the highest XP per hour upgrade to get to level 41, which is going to be my next upgrade level, but also because I wanted to be able to get a little bit farther on Hammerman so that I could bring you a little bit better content on techniques and tactics of how to defeat Hammerman. That being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put the laser. I don't know where I'm going to put the laser. I'm going to put it right here. I think that's going to be the best place for it. I'm gonna put this right here for the moment. We'll see. Now, if you haven't seen any of my videos, just a quick idea. The idea is to win by segregating, by dividing the troops in different parts, so that each landing group that arrives attacks the base on a different location. Now, these guys are here to group the units together so that when they walk over the minefield, the mines are more effective. So mines are right now are level 13. Boom mines are now at level 6. Flamethrowers 2, essentially 1 at level 3. All the machine guns are at level 6. Boom cannons level 2. Actually, there's 1 at level 5, and there's 1 at level 3. Rocket launchers are at level 7, which is max for the headquarters that I have right now. And sniper towers are level 8. Mortars are level 4, and all the cannons are at level 3. 3 and 2, actually. This is the only one at 2. The rest are at level 2. All right, so let's go ahead and start defending. Let's see what is he gonna attack us with. So riflemen, heavies, and tanks. This is a very heavy strat, but I'm pretty confident that the layout is gonna work for us. So let's see where he's gonna be landing first. So there we go. So the first landing group actually landed on the right. So the boom mines are going to be very effective against that. You know, heavies are going to eat the boom mines together with the riflemen. Very good. So I would say we managed to reduce the number of attacking troops on that side, maybe by 40%. So most of the riflemen are gone. And now look at this, guys. Look. Very efficient. All the riflemen now are gone, so the laser is really not going to do anything. And the reason why I have the laser, I think that at low level, the laser is going to give you the best bang of your buck. Shock blaster can only kill about 40 troops, right? And in reality, it's actually a lot less, because around this level, Hammerman troops actually take 2 shock blaster hits to get killed. So therefore, out of the 40 shots that the shock blaster is going to fire, he's going to end up killing 20. Granted, he's going to do it quickly, but I think that the laser is able to kill more troops faster, especially if they're grouped the way I usually tend to group them. So now you see the tanks are almost done. We don't have a lot of one-shot defenses on this side, but I'm pretty confident that the combination of the rocket launcher with the cannons that we have on the front, and the sniper towers are making short work. And that's a fact right now. We can see how quickly those troops are being killed. So now we have only one cannon. Luckily, it's the level 5 cannon. So is he able to one-shot them? Let's see. He's about to. He takes about 90% of the health of the tanks. So not quite one-shot them, but pretty close. That by the time the cannon fires, the mortars on the rocket launcher, they're probably dead. So stage 1 done pretty quickly. And yes, there are other layouts. Yes, there's like if you have higher troops, you are able to do this quicker. This takes time to, number 1, build your layout. Number 2, get the right combination of troops, because sometimes not troops of defenses, because sometimes you have to move stuff around. So I see some people that put all the defenses on the front of the beach, and yes, that's going to work if you are high level. But if you're low level, your defenses are going to get overwhelmed, and they're not going to perform at their maximum. This allows me to have my units do as much damage as they can, and keep them alive longer. Especially, remember guys, I don't have any eyes on this space. So that was stage number 1. Let's take a look at stage number 2. Sukas, warriors, and medics. No, actually not medics. Suka, warriors, and riflemen. The riflemen are going to arrive last. But here you're going to see again the power of those first buildings on grouping the units, and then all of them getting destroyed by the cluster of mines. So now look at those warriors. Bam, all the warriors dead, and you saw that laser just burning through the Sukas like it was no tomorrow. And again, and probably the Sukas are gonna die to the rocket launchers. Now, another good option for this would be a damage amplifier. Now, I didn't build a damage amplifier because other than Hammerman, I don't think it's gonna help me a lot on defenses on my regular base. I don't care about defending. I only care about killing 10 troops. 10 units or 10 landing press spaces, so I can get that sweet intel, and I can get how do you call it? I can get that sweet intel, and then I can get diamonds for those attacks. That's all I care. For the rest of the stuff, you can just destroy my base all the times that you want. I really don't care. And I apologize, I didn't focus on the troops landing on the right, but I promise you, it's sort of the same thing. They group on the first 2 buildings, and they walk as a group, on the minefield, and then they just get destroyed. Now, those warriors are gonna be problematic, and the reason that I say that is that I don't have any machine guns on the top. So if I cannot kill those warriors quickly, we might be in trouble. But we're quickly seeing that that's not gonna be a problem. The laser is quickly burning through them. All we have left are riflemen, and yeah, we're gonna win this. If you remember right, last week we had trouble at stage 2. I had to repeat it a bunch of times in order to get it. And the only difference between this week and last week is obviously the troop composition. But now I have 3 more levels of rocket launchers on both of them. So I think they were level 3 and now they're level 7. So 4 more levels on the rocket launcher on each of them. All the machine guns have 1 extra level. All the sniper towers have 1 extra level. So just that helped us get to level 2 a lot quicker. So this is stage 3. Let's see how far we can make it. So again, no medics, which is awesome. More warriors, more tanks, and more riflemen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how he's gonna attack. Often the first one is just a test to see how well is he gonna behave, how well is he gonna or how he's gonna deploy the troops. How is he gonna deploy his GBE, and then we go ahead for modifying the base to make it work for our needs. That entire warrior push got reduced to what? Let's see, 3, 7. That was only 7 warriors of the entire landing force that just got destroyed right there. So all that we have now are riflemen that are gonna be attacking on a wide front. Sorry. So, but the only problem is, guys, that in terms of GBE, he destroyed most of our defenses. So now we need to spend some time looking at the replay, looking at what he targeted with the GBE, so that we can take it out of the way. There's no reason why we should have those units in the cluster if they're gonna get targeted by GBE. If we do that, I'm pretty sure that we are going to be able to destroy most of it. We lost a rocket launcher. I'm not sure if we lost it on GBE. And if we did lose it on GBE, it's going to be a shame, because that's going to make it a hell of a lot more difficult for us. So let's go ahead and review the replay. We're only going to be looking at the GBE usage of HAMMERMAN. We're going to figure out when he uses it and at what point. All right, so he targeted the machine gun that's in, or whatever's in front of the boom cannon, and he targeted the stuff that's in between these two sniper towers right off the bat. So there's nothing we can do there's nothing we can do for that, so we need to remove that cluster out. That cost us 1, 2, 3. That cost us 7 defensive buildings right there. And then now I'm pretty sure that we can be then we can make we can have a better job in terms of the mine placement, so that we can kill more of the warriors. So look, he's targeting the laser now with GBE. So then that laser needs to be out of the cluster, cannot be in the cluster, because it's gonna essentially result in us losing more defenses. So that's about it. That's all he does in terms of GBE. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So we just need them to move some of the stuff around. So let's go ahead for that. I think I have a good handle on what he's gonna do and when he's gonna do it. So first thing we need to move is this machine gun out of the way, because it's not gonna help us. And then move this cannon out of the way too, because it's not gonna help us. Put it right there in the middle. I'm gonna move this up so that troops actually funnel to the top. I need them on the top. I do not need them going sort of in a wide pattern, because then the laser is not gonna be as effective as it should be. Let's see what we're gonna move here. I think we move this. Now the laser also, unfortunately, cannot stay on the cluster. And it's sort of sad, because the laser on the cluster is actually very, very effective. But what we're going to do is going to move it up here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to move it right here on the top. And then we're going to move the defenses out of the way so that he doesn't target those guys. Okay, that should be pretty good. Now, like I said, I'm going to move the mines closer to this side and earlier on, because the more when the warriors come out, they actually walk a little bit tighter as soon as they come out of the building. So if I have those boom mines on the inside, I think I'll be able to do a little bit more damage to them. All right, and I'm gonna have these mines right here. Okay, I'm gonna move this boom mine here. I'm gonna put another mine here and move this one a little bit farther down. Perfect. And I'm gonna add a couple more mines from this side, because we know from the experience that we just had, we know that he doesn't how you say it, when the tanks and the riflemen went on the left side, they were not a lot. So I rather kill the riflemen and keep this structure right here alive, so that when the second wave comes, they're actually more they gravitate more towards this side. So I think this should be good enough. Let's take a look at what happens, and then we'll have to modify it. If I fail on this one, I pause it until I can find a solution, and I'll show you the final solution of that. But hopefully we'll be able to get most all of those warriors out of the way right now. Yep, so all the warriors except one. Unfortunate, but it's okay. He's gonna take a long time, and maybe some of those riflemen are gonna go that way. Yeah, some of them actually are going that way. So now you see that why I did it that way, because now they're still going that way. So if I had placed those mines a little bit better, then I'll probably would have been able to do a little bit more damage. Now, see, now all my defenses are still alive. The laser, he got targeted by GBE. There's nothing I can do. But I'm pretty confident that now we have a better chance of destroying this. The only difference that I might do is actually put the cannons behind the HQ. Both cannons actually behind the HQ. That way we have stuff to, that way we have a way of destroying the tanks, because otherwise we don't have anything to target those tanks, right? So we need a way to destroy those tanks, because otherwise we're gonna be in trouble like we are right now. So like I said, let me see if I can. I'm not sure if I'll be able to defeat this stage, but I'm gonna try my darnest to make it so. And once that happens, if I'm able to do it, I'll come back. I'll try a bunch of times. I think I have 1.1 million pieces of gold. Yeah, I have 1.1 million pieces of gold. So I'm gonna try until I can get it. And if I cannot, then I'll come back and let you know. So I'll be back in a second of your time. All right, guys, so we just defeated stage number 3, and we got an achievement. Hammerman, hammer down. One, I guess, defend against 2,000 Hammerman troops are actually pretty good. Got 25 diamonds for that. Now, this is the layout I ended up using. Let me see, what can I show you? So this is a couple of changes. So I don't have any mines on this side. And if I could do a couple of changes, I would have actually moved this building a little bit outside. But it ended up working out. The most important changes are this. This set of mines are clustered up here on the top, and they're behind the structures, because I wanted, again, the idea is to group the riflemen before they approach the mines, so that the mines are more effective. That way, the units have to first destroy these 2 buildings, then destroy these 2 buildings, and then when they step forward to attack the flamethrowers, at that point, it's when the mines are triggered and you destroy the most riflemen, or you damage most of them really quickly. The other change that we did was here on the front, added these mines in this pattern so that the, oh my god, my words are failing me, so that the warriors get destroyed. And you saw that at the beginning. We also moved the laser beam a little bit forward so that it started attacking the rifleman earlier, and he is more effective at doing that early on. That way we get rid of the rifleman faster, and then we can attack the tanks with the boom cannons at the back. So let's take a look at how we did. Let's take a quick look. So first thing that you're gonna see is, and here's what I was mentioning. Had I had another building here, or that same building aligned here a little bit more towards the right side, all the tanks would have gone towards the left, instead of having 2 tanks going right and then the remaining going towards the left. But it ended up working. You're gonna see those warriors all get wrecked by the mines. None of them survive. That's pretty good. Now we only have 2 tanks on the backside. Because we have 2 tanks, they killed this structure too quickly. That prevented some of the riflemen actually going towards the right. Actually, I take that back. About what? 4, 8. So about 10 riflemen decided to go towards the right. And we're gonna forget about those guys first. Here's the trick. You see how all those riflemen are grouped together? And as they move forward together, when they trigger the mine, they all get damaged as a group. So that's what's important. Don't have your mines separated so that they damage 1 or 2 riflemen. That is not using effectively your mines. And at this point, we have the rocket launcher, we have the mortar, we have the sniper towers, we have the cannons, we have the laser, everything firing at the riflemen, and we quickly dispatch those. Now this is the level 5 cannon, and you see I have it forward, because I know he can take a little bit more punishment from the attacking units, number 1. And number 2, he does the most damage. In a single shot, he's able to take about 75% of the health of a tank. So only 4 tanks remain. That's pretty good. And when we have the other troops that went on the right, all of the 10 riflemen that went, only 2 survive, because of the secondary set of mines that we had on that corner. Tanks on the front line on the left side are already gone. There's only 1 left. And then all that remains are 2 riflemen and 2 tanks, and that's not going to be any challenge for our base the way it is right now. Cannons are going to quickly dispatch the first 2 riflemen, and because of the distraction that we have, our cannon can put some damage into the tanks before they actually can even aim or fire at them. And just as that, we defended stage number 3. I suspect this is going to be the limit of our attacking, unless stage 4 is fully rifleman Suka. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to defeat stage number 4, but I am for sure give it a try. So we have Grenadiers, which is the bane of my existence, or the bane of any sort of base in which you rely on the layout that we're talking about, which is a cluster base. I don't think we'll be able to get far, but we are definitely going to try. So the first thing I do in a base like this is I essentially remove the I only leave one economy building in the front. I also remove any sort of building, especially because the Grenadiers are going to land first. Remember, the order in which they're shown here in the pictures is the order in which they land. So first it's going to come the Grenadiers, and I don't know which way they're going to come. So I'm going to move these things out of the way, and we're going to see. I mean, the first one is just a trial. I'm actually just going to leave the base like this, and I'm going to see what he's going to do, how he's going to do it, and then figure out what's going to be my approach. So first thing is he's going to attack us with Grenadiers on the left side, and that is not good, guys. We don't want that to happen because that's where our cluster is. Alright, so I have a couple of ideas that may work here. And it actually relies on mine work to destroy most of these guys. Alright, so let me give this a try. Let me accelerate the time. And I'll do these first modifications first. So we saw how the Grenadiers went from attacking here, that building, and then they move towards the buildings on the right side. We can place some mines there and probably destroy most of those Grenadiers. If we can do that, we're going to be in a pretty solid position. So here's the plan. I'm going to put this building right here. I'm going to put another building right here. So we know that they're going to land here on this corner, go towards this, and then walk on this direction. So this is where we may want to place our mines, right here. So placing my mines where I think the Grenadiers are going to come, but I think those mines are going to be more effective. Now remember, the Grenadiers' range is 10 tiles, so we need to make sure that this trap right here is before the 10 tiles distance. So otherwise, it's not going to work. Alright, let's give this a try. Let's see how it works. Hopefully it will work. I think it will. So let's just give it a quick try. And then I'll look at the GBE usage. Because the problem with determining GBE right now is that he's going to destroy some of the stuff. And we're not going to be able to determine where he's going to be using the GBE. Oh, they actually went further down. So we need to have that booby trap a little bit higher up so that they actually move. Alright. Let me just try that again and see. I'm going to try one more time live with you, and then I'm going to stop the video and see if I can defeat it. I have a strong feeling that I will not, just because of the sheer number of troops that he's deploying. Well, I didn't need a damage amplifier or higher level troops to get this, or higher level defenses, which obviously I don't have at the moment. But let me pause the video and then I'll come back, guys. Alright, guys, so I've tried multiple times and just stage 4 is too hard. I mean, there's too many heavies and I cannot get of them quick enough. The best I could do is with this layout, essentially calling the Grenadiers on this corner, Grenadiers walking over this minefield right here, and then as they walk, they all get destroyed. Then comes a wave of heavy with riflemen, which approach this. These two things get barraged out. So as they are approaching this, before they destroy it, actually they get targeted by GBE, and I can get some damage on the on Hammerman's troops with his own GBE. And after that, it just goes to hell. I mean, there's no way around it. Let's just give you a defense right here, and you can see how it behaves. So again, stuff that gets targeted with GBE, I take it out of the corner or the cluster. You see, so all the grenadiers get destroyed before they can get a couple of grenades out. Then comes this wave of riflemen with the heavies coming in. This is what I was telling you about. When they destroy the first set of buildings, so now that's gonna get targeted with GBE, and that's the point where they start walking on top. But it's not very effective in general. He's gonna land another wave, and I mean, if it was just this wave, I would probably get it. I could manage a little bit better, move a couple of defenses around, and divide the troops a little bit better. But what you're seeing right here, this is third horde of troops is just too much for my defenses. Even still, I mean, I managed to thin the second wave pretty much, a lot, but not enough that I could do any sort of major dent. So that's what I have for you. I hope the idea of the circle base helps you and you can employ it on your base, and it's probably going to help you. I'm pretty sure. I mean, stage 1, 2, 3 are no joke. So the fact that we're able to get a little bit over 35% of the way up, it's a testament to how good the circle base layout is. You just need to have good minds, some splash damage defenses operated, and you'll be able to get stage 1, 2, and maybe 3 very easily if you're around my level. In any case, I hope the video was helpful, guys, and yeah, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like, and Sol is checking out.